So I'm 31, I'm single, and I don't have any kids. Neither do I want any kids. And this is the conversation that
Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about men that exposing that they don't want to have kids. So there'll be a trend on TikTok which has been going around that child-free women who don't want kids, and now we are seeing men joining that they don't want to have kids anymore. So I put the videos together so that you hear and learn. I'll be back to share my 2 cents.
So I'm 31, I'm single, and I don't have any kids. Neither do I want any kids. And this is the conversation that I was having a couple days ago with a very close friend of mine. Love him. Super close friend of mine. He was telling me, look, bro, you're young. You're only 31. You might change your mind. So never say never. You might meet that one girl who just sweeps you off your feet and you think, okay, now I want kids. And I was like, no. Actually, no, bro, because I know exactly how I am. I am extremely self aware. I know that having a child or having children, I'd be tripping all day, stressed all day, 24/7. Where are they? Who are they with? Where are they at? Why are they there? The list goes on. But primarily, the reason as to why I don't want kids, the main reason is because, all right, when I was a little kid, I would ask my mom about pregnancy. I was like 10, 11 years old. And I would ask her, what is it like to have a kid? What is it, what does it feel like? Does it hurt? What's it like? What's the experience like? And she would tell me that it was the worst pain that anyone can go through, childbirth, child pains, birth pains, and all that stuff, right? And she would tell me that it was excruciating pain. And immediately I thought to myself, I was like, if I ever get older and if I ever get married or I get with someone, I'm not going to want to put them through that. Right away, I was like, why would I want to put the love of my life through such pain? No thanks. No, nah, baby, I ain't putting you through that kind of pain. If you want kids, have them. But I'm not going to be the guy that's going to watch you there through the 9 months with your feet swollen, your back hurting, your arms hurting, your whole body in pain. You think I want to see you in that kind of pain? Of course not. I don't want to see the love of my life going through that kind of pain. I'm sorry, but I don't. And even though I will be there for her through thick and thin and everything she needs, you need some chocolate, you want some chocolates, I'll go to the store and get you some right now. Are you tired? I'll pick you up and I'll carry you to the car. I'll carry you to the house. I'll carry you to the couch. I'll do everything for you. But that still is not going to take away that pain, especially when you're giving birth. I don't want to put my woman through that pain. I'm sorry, but I just don't.
I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but me as a single man who doesn't have kids, like, I love the fact that I don't have kids. I can come home and to this peace and quiet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no screaming kids. Look, I love children. I love kids too. Like, I got a niece and nephew. I love taking care of them when I go back home to visit. But, like, listen, having kids, that ain't for me. At least not right now, anyways. Like, people don't understand, like, to have a kid means you are taking care of another human being. And let it be multiple kids. You are taking care of multiple human beings. Like, it's not just about you. I love my peace and my quiet. I'm in my selfish era. Okay? Straight up. And a lot of people be on here trying to kind of make people seem selfish and this and that for not wanting to have kids. Look, ain't nobody trying to hear none of that shit. We ain't trying to hear. We know what we want. We will have our kids when we are good and ready. All right. And keyword, good and ready. Don't have no kids if you ain't ready to.
One thing I've noticed about not having kids in your 30s is that people don't care about your life anymore. It's actually really funny. Because you'll go to gatherings and now people around your age, it could be friends, could be family, they have kids. So there are kids and babies at these parties and your adult life is just not even on their radar anymore. They're all just collectively like, your existing life is boring. We have a new life and it's much more interesting. And I get it. I'm not doing like why don't they care about me anymore? No, I get it. The baby's more interesting. I understand that. But it's just funny to see how disinterested people are in how your life is going. If your life updates don't include like, oh, I've spawned a child. They don't. They're just like, oh, your job's going well. That's cool. Create a life, please. Because you'll see that they'll like ask you like, oh, how are things going? And then as soon as you start saying words, they're just like, oh, that's good. Can we go to the baby? And the baby's just like, bah. And they're just like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I get it. I get it. I'm not mad about it.
I'm starting to see a lot of women and men saying, thank God I don't have a baby. I don't want no kids.
Yeah.
Having kids used to be a beautiful thing.
Right.
Now it seems like
Yep.
a lot of people don't want it at all.
It's true.
So I think it has a lot to do with how poor we are as a generation
Agreed.
and also how free we want to be. And you
Yeah.
can't be broken free. They
Yeah.
can barely take care of themselves. so
That's
they're
very
saying,
true.
how the hell can I take care of a kid?
That's a video, guys. So I'm just here also to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video, why men are choosing to be child free. And so there's a conversation around men not choosing to have kids is growing louder, and many are speaking out about why they don't want to become fathers. While society has long pressed the expectations of parenthood on both men and women, more men are now openly rejecting that path. Some are prioritizing their freedom, careers, and personal ambitions over fatherhood, while others cite financial concerns and the pressures of modern relationship as key reasons. The traditional idea that every man must want children is being challenged, and the reactions to this shift have been intense. Many men express that financial stability plays a significant role in their decision. The cost of raising a child has gone up, and in today's economy, even providing for oneself can be a struggle. Between housing costs, job instability, and inflation, some men feel that bringing a child into the world would be an overwhelming financial burden. Unlike past generations where having children was considered a given, modern men are taking a more calculated approach and questioning whether they can provide the life they believe a child deserve. Being more personal freedom is another major factor. Men who choose to remain child free often value their independence and ability to live life on their own terms. They enjoy traveling, pursuing careers without limitation, and having the flexibility to engage in hobbies and passions without responsibilities of fatherhood. Many feel the parenting is a lifelong commitment that requires sacrifice they are simply unwilling to make. Rather than being tied down by the duties of raising a child, they prefer to focus on their own personal growth and happiness. Relationship and dating dynamics also play a role in men rejecting fatherhood. Some men have lost trust in the idea of long term partnership, fearing issues such as divorce, custody battles, and financial ruin. Stories of men being forced into fatherhood through unplanned pregnancies or struggling with a child support parents have made some hesitant to take the risk. Additionally, there is a growing conversation about how men feel are undervalued in modern relationships, leading some to opt out of traditional family structures together. For others, the choice is rooted in personal experiences. Men who grew up in difficult family situations, face childhood trauma, or witness poor parenting firsthand may feel that they are not emotionally equipped to raise a child. Some express fears of repeating the mistake of their own parents or not being able to provide the emotional stability a child needs. Rather than risk passing down generational trauma, they choose to break the cycle by not having children at all. Society reactions to men who don't want to have kids is often mixed. Some people respect their choices, understanding that fatherhood is not for everyone. However, others criticize them, calling them selfish, immature, or irresponsible. The idea that a man's purpose should include creating a family is deeply ingrained, and many struggle to accept that some men simply do not see parenting as a part of their life plan. Women, in particular, often express frustration when they encounter men who are firm in their decision to remain child free, especially those who are vocal about it in dating situations. Ultimately, the decision to have child free is deeply personal, and men who choose to remain child free are challenging long standing society expectations, whether it's due to financial reasons, a desire for personal growth, or freedom, or fear of a relationship instability. The past trauma, their choices deserve respect. Parenthood is a lifelong responsibility that requires full commitment, and those who recognize that they are not willing to take on that role should not be pressured into it. Instead of judging, society should encourage people, men and women alike, to make choices that align with their own values and circumstances. So I've come in encounter with men who don't want to have kids before, and we've spoken, like they gave me their own reasons why they do not want to do that. Some they say they're not really financially stable for them to keep a child, because a child needs a lot of money to take care of them until they grow up. You have to take them to school, university. You have to, when they're toddler, you have to take care of their diapers, from the clothes to the milk and everything. So it's expensive, and the money which they get, it's not enough for them to raise a child in a very good house and good conditions and everything. And some say that it's because of the past trauma, how they were treated as a kid, so they don't want to have kids because of that. And some say they can't be good fathers. They just come up and they know that they can't be good fathers, because parenting needs a lot of attention to the kids. When you have a kid, you have to check up on them. Okay, you have to check up on them, how they are doing, and you have to groom them to grow up. You have to groom them to be good men, good woman, and decide with the kids how parenting should work. And some of these people, you don't know anything about parenting. It will be very hard. And if you're a work person, you work so hard for your family, and you have to have a kid again, it's kind of very stressful. And a lot of men, they don't want to do that. They don't want to be part of that. Yeah. For me, I understand them and they respect people's decisions. Of course, they chose but that path, and some people are reacting to it. They saying it's not a good thing to not to have kids, but having not kids, it's a flex if you're having a career, or maybe you don't have enough finances. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate. See you in the next episode.